Hey guys, it's Emmy. So I'm going to do a little bit different video today. I have been Zentangling or Zen doodling for a few years now, and it's a really great way for me to relax, wind down after a stressful day, wind down in between stressful things that are happening in life, and it's also just a really fun way to add things to different projects. I started doing it before I knew there was a way or there was a name for it. And it was just my doodles, and that's just what it was. And then when I figured out, oh, there's actually a process and there's actually something that this encompasses, it was really cool because then it opened up my eyes to a ton more patterns and a lot more about what to do with it. So this video, I just kind of wanted to show a couple tips and tricks that I use, some of the products that I love, and then some other things that I've created to help me be able to, do it anytime I want to. And then show you a couple of my Zentangles. So the first thing I'll show you is obviously you need a good sketchbook. And this, I always use the mixed media paper because I like it really thick, and the markers and pens and stuff that I use, I don't want it to bleed through because I want to be able to use every side of it. So this one's just the Canson mixed media. It's an awesome one. And so my sketchbook actually looks like this. I took it's a Canson, it's the mixed media, but it was a hard cover. And then I just took a piece of some pattern paper that I liked a lot, and then did some stamping and Mod Podged it on. So it kind of stays on there, and it's lasted actually a few years, so it's been good. Because I go back and forth between things. So the next thing that I always looked at is different books. And these are ones that, again, I've gotten throughout the years, now that I knew that there was a name for my doodles. So most of them are by Design Originals. And I'm assuming that their website has pretty much all of them. There's this really cool one that has all different alphabets. So if you guys can see that. And there's no name for the tangles. Basically, there's a page with a letter on it, and then the letter's tangled. So, and this one's really cool. I like this one. This is a nice, easy, just little one to like slip in your bag or something if you just want some ideas. The Zenspirations is awesome. I love Joanne Fink. She's amazing. This is another one by Design Originals. It's called Yoga for Your Brain. It's another one. It just has, try to show it, just a couple of different patterns in it and how to get inspiration to create your own patterns. Marie Browning does one about how to tangle with colors. And I like this one a lot too because I love putting color in. So this one's all about adding color, blending, all that kind of stuff. And then I think there's 5 now all together. Just like Zentangle Basics, Zentangle 2, and then I just have Zentangle 3. I think they go all the way up to 5. Those just didn't interest me because I found other books. And then Cass Hall also has a book, Zentangle Untangled, which is just a lot more about, why it's fun, step-by-step things, step-by-step demonstrations on tangles. And then the other one that I love, is this one's Walter Foster, and I don't know who. I think it was like a collaboration between a couple different people, but it's called The Art of Zentangle, and it's they have another one that's creative doodling, I think, which is also awesome. So I just forgot to bring that one down. But this has a lot of really cool ideas in it as well. So books are always great. I've actually checked a lot of those out from my public library and been like, okay, yeah, I do want to buy this or whatever. So that's how I got those. So the next thing is, so I wanted a way, rather than hauling around all those books, I wanted a way to keep patterns with me when I would go places. So all I would have to do was take my sketchbook, my travel art case that has like my pens and pencils in it, and a little book. So I went on this awesome site. It's called tanglepatterns.org. I can't remember, but they have hundreds of tangle patterns, and there's like a picture of what it looks like, and then the name, and then like who made it, kind of a thing. And then they also, if you can click on it, and they'll give you step-by-step instructions on how to do it, and they're all super clear and super easy. So what I did, it took me about 4 hours. I went and copied every single picture, not the ones that show you how to do it, just the actual picture of it. And then I printed it out, put it on a Word document, and so they basically just look like this. There's 20 pages of them. And so I printed them out single-sided, and this is kind of like a master copy for me. I cut them out. So they're all just in these little squares. These are the ones I haven't added yet. And then I had this Moleskine that I wasn't doing anything with. So it's fat now. But in it is basically, I just taped them all in here. So now this, which is a lot lighter, even though it's thick, it's a lot lighter than all those books. Because I'm fortunate enough that when I do a pattern once or twice, I can remember how to do it, so I don't need to see the whole thing. I just kind of need like a refresher about, oh yeah, that one, I really like that one, it's really cute. So this is going to be awesome for me to keep in my bag with me at all times, because it's light, it's just a teeny little notebook, and it could work for any kind of notebook if you have it, or like just a regular spiral notebook. It would be super easy to put in there. So if anyone is interested, these are all the ones so far that were on Tangle Patterns, and I'll put the link down below to the actual site. But if anybody wants a copy of these, to cut out, save when you're at home, whatever, message me, and I can, I'll try to just link a PDF file of them below, but if that doesn't work, then just message me, and I'd be happy to email this document to you. So now onto the fun part, which is the most fun for me because it's the most variety, which is all the pens and markers and everything that I like to use. So I always start out, I have one pencil in my bag, but honestly, usually I don't use pencil. I go straight to the black marker. And it's just because, for me, Zentangling, I don't want to erase it. It's just go, do it, don't think about it. So my favorite are the Faber-Castells, and they're just the pit markers. I have them in all the different sizes. And this is just a little handful because I didn't want to bring all of them down. But I have them in like extra small, medium, huge, whatever there. And then I have some of the brush ones as well. I also have the micron markers. Those are awesome too. I just couldn't find them. I don't know where they are. And those are kind of, I love all the Sakura stuff. So, I love my Faber-Castells, but I also love the microns. Those are really, and they last. Both of them have really good qualities, which I like a lot. The other thing I use for just black marking is just so if you don't want to spend the money on the Faber-Castells or the microns, whatever, just get the Sharpie pens, and they're about a point. There it is. they're about a 1. Or point oh 1. Yeah, I mean, they're just kind of like the generic, you know, 0.01, I think it is. 0.1, whatever. I don't know. I always get confused. And those are awesome too. And you can buy them individually. So if you just want one black one, they're super easy and they're cheap. Or they also come in different colors. So let's use those. And then if I'm just kind of doodling, I also just use these Bic ballpoint pens. And they come in different colors. They come in black too. Those are always fun to use. And then I also use the thin Sharpies. These are more for doing detail stuff after I've done black and everything, and then I kind of go over it with color. But other things I use are the Tim Holtz Distress markers. These are the Staedtlers. They're the fine liners. These are really awesome too. Let's see. These guys, what are these? Stabilo? I don't know how you say that. They're the fine point ones. I have some of those. For coloring in, if I do, and I'll show you a couple of examples in a little bit. I use my Tombos, which I love, love, love. And then I also use just the regular Sharpies, big fat Sharpies. And they work perfectly. They work fine. So I think that's all I have to show you guys. And then, so I'll show you a couple of my favorite sketches. So this is the first one I ever did. This is before I knew that there was such a thing as Zentangling. So that's my first one that I did. And this was a combination of just doodling what came to my head, all that stuff. This was my first color one, and this was just done with Sharpies. And then, let's see, I did this one. This is more of like a sampler because it has a bunch of, I did a bunch of those ones. And I did, let's see, oh, this is another one. I just traced a cup and then filled in the cup with different tangles. This one I used color, and then I also just did black and white. And this one actually took me about, I don't even know how long, but it was one of those ones where I got really ambitious and I traced a ton of circles into those and just overlapped them all over each other, and then didn't realize how many little spaces I had. So that's this one. And it's, I mean, obviously it's one of my favorites just because it's so detailed and everything. But it took me forever to do. And then this is what I'm working on now, which is kind of the same thing, but I'm just doing squares and then filling that in. So that's kind of my take on Zentangling. I love it. I think it's awesome. It's a easy way to relax and just sit and doodle and not think about things. Put some music on and you're ready to go. So if you have any questions, or if you want to know more about any of the stuff I have, or any of the things I use, or if you want a copy of all the patterns, let me know, because I don't want anybody to have to do that, because it took me like 3 or 4 hours to do. It was a long time. So, anyways, that is all. I hope everybody has a great rest of your day or night, and thanks for watching. Bye, guys.